EV 2.0. EV 2.0. EV 2.0. EV 2.0.
What the fuck is that?
That's TNA's new. That's the new way of saying ECW. EV 2.0. EV 2.0. EV 2.0. Doodly fucking do.
So, is it like, what the hell's EV mean? Extreme violence?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that's as catchy as Rob Van Dam's theme, though. Rob Van Dam!
Do-do-do-do. Whole record show. Do-do-do-do. Rob Van Dam. Do-do-do-do. EV 2.0.
But anyway.
Can you imagine like fans chanting EV 2.0, EV 2.0, fuck doodle-doo.
I hope nobody's doing that.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer actually tried to get him to do it, I think, at the show before. He did this. EV 2.0, EV 2.0.
Why don't they just say like EVW or something then? If they want.
It's too close to ECW, they get in trouble.
They're going to get in trouble. It's completely different. They can just call it something else like.
The extreme violent wrestling. Extreme violent wrestling.
What are they going to do? They can't sue them, right? That's nasty. So, I'm just glad they brought back New Jack. I'm sure somebody gets injured in this pay-per-view. Almost positive of it.
Well, not only did they bring back New Jack, they brought back Mustafa.
I bet they played some kind of god. I haven't seen this yet. I'm willing to bet they played all the way through that match some sort of god-awful, like, TNA Jimmy Hart style music instead of the anything that they would really come out with.
EV 2.0. EV 2.0. So yeah, we're going to watch TNA Hardcore Justice, and we'll probably, as it stands right now, we're going to split it up into about multiple viewings.
I just want to see Tracy Smothers. I don't really give a fuck about anybody else on there.
But if you want to see Tracy Smothers, you just walk to the fucking flea market.
Hey,
That's what his ass is.
You got my hat in. I need my new hat.
Yeah. So retro wrestling just got a little more modern, but it's still
retro.
kind of retro, yeah, because all these guys are retro.
Yeah, and by retro you just mean really older and shit.
Yeah, I always say that, but these guys are fucking pieces of shit.
Like I think
actually had heard something about Sabu. Looks like he's got the fucking mange because he's balding and shit real bad.
Well, I think RVD is probably like the only guy on there that really should be doing any kind of wrestling anymore.
Well, I heard, there's a couple guys. I mean,
Jerry Lee might have been if he'd asked would have showed up.
There's a couple guys that are actually still sort of active in wrestling.
Steve Carino.
Steve Carino shouldn't be. He wasn't on there either. But we're going to watch it and let you know what our thoughts are on it. Of course, I didn't buy it. I'm not wasting my money on this shit. I downloaded it illegally. And what are you going to do? You ain't going to do nothing.
Well, you better watch out.
Dixie Carter's going to jump on my phone.
You better watch out. You get Dixie on the phone.
Eat my dick, Dixie. I'd later too.
Anyway, let's watch some of this shit now.
Bravo. How are you doing, Uncle Bill?
He don't do that anymore. He's just an announcer now.
He's just talking about having things off the chain, brother.
Brother, Dixie Carter put this together for you fans.
Thank you, Dixie! Thank you, Dixie! Thank you! Fuck you, Vince! Fuck you, Vince!
So,
eat my dick!
This is Hardcore Justice review, of course.
This is the last stand. You see it right there. Yeah, this is TNA.
Do you remember the damn
Hardcore
any of the
Justice.
matches that began?
No, but I've got them on my phone. So.
Oh, good.
Well, here's the reason I've got them on my phone. People always ask, what the hell are you doing with your phone? I have the match listing, and I definitely need it for this because all these guys had different names.
I remember the first match was the FBI versus the Blue World Order shit.
Yeah, 6-man tag. Guido Maritato, Tracy Smothers, Tony Luke versus Kid Cash, Simon Diamond, Johnny Swinger.
Oh, yeah.
They had a dance off.
That was kind of stupid, really. I don't know what they had to do with anything.
And they had a fake fucking blue meanie, too. Like
the Blue Tilly.
What the?
I don't know who the hell that was.
Why?
I guess it's somebody in TNA, and I don't ever watch TNA, so I don't have any idea. Though.
I don't think it's anybody in TNA. I've never seen him before.
Who would it be? It has to be somebody.
Somebody got their neighbor. Hey, buddy, you look like the blue meanie.
Oh. So that match was alright, I thought, except for the dance-off at the end, which was stupid as hell.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Actually, the next match wasn't too bad. Actually, one of the ones that I didn't mind too much. Too Cold Scorpio versus C.W. Anderson.
How's he do his little thing? It's like, oh.
Actually, like, the one problem I have a lot of problems with this pay-per-view just because
A problem with that match, I'll tell you that.
I'm a big ECW fan, like a real ECW. Is like it seems like they just, aside from maybe 2 matches and the whole thing, they just threw shit out there, like whoever they could get. Like C.W. Anderson had no place on the show, in my opinion. I mean, I don't have anything personally against C.W., but he's one of those guys that was just around ECW during the dying days of the company, and really, he never had a feud with Too Cold. So
I have no idea what that match had to do with anything, but it was a good match, and like. C.W. Anderson really can't do that much, but Too Cold Scorpio can pretty much have a match with anybody, so it was a good match.
Yeah. But after that, Stevie Richards with Hollywood Nova and the Blue Tilly defeated none other than PJ Polacco.
Who is just incredible for anybody that doesn't know.
No, he's PJ Polacco.
That's true, but
I
don't remember anything about that match. I think, fucking thing
Stevie Richards, the one thing Stevie Richards is, like, probably one of the only guys, maybe one of the 2 or 3 guys in the show that actually still looks like a wrestler.
Yeah. Like
the rest of these guys, understandably, they don't wrestle. A lot of them don't wrestle anymore. Put on a lot of weight. They're not really, in wrestling shape, and you can tell by watching these matches. At least Stevie Richards, still, he actually looks like more in shape than when he was in ECW, believe it or not.
I remember the end of this match though, because old PJ Polacco, or whatever his damn name is now, has the cane, and he came out with the Singapore cane and stuff, and lights went out after the match was over with.
The night the lights went out in Orlando.
And Sandman came out. Would you stop doing that? And Sandman came out and hit him in the head with a fucking cane, and then broke his cane or whatever. But that's the only time in this whole pay-per-view you ever see Sandman. It's for 2 minutes.
That's true. That's probably not a bad thing either.
Well, he can't wrestle, but they could have had him do something besides that.
Yeah. Well, and here's something else we should talk about. Talk about some of the segments that are on here in a second. But also, of course, none of their music, none, was played. And I think for Sandman, a guy like that relies on that music. If you don't have that music, you might as well not have him out there. And then, they just had the generic, knockoff music for pretty much everybody else. But something else they were doing as far as the segments go, which I thought was sort of stupid, is they were doing I guess all the local TNA jabronis were talking about ECW memories. And a lot of this stuff never even fucking happened. There was one in particular that I caught that I know for sure was never on ECW TV. One of the jabronis, I don't remember his name, one of those fucking, I don't know, little motherfuckers.
Dickie Michelob.
Was talking about the Born to Be Wired show, which he says that he saw the Terry Funk Sabu barbed wire match on ECW TV. It was never on ECW TV, so he must have been imagining that.
What was the next match? Bubsy.
After that, another good example of them just throwing shit out there. Rhino versus Brother Runt versus Al Snow in a 3-way dance.
Yeah, that match wasn't very good at all. But I've never seen Rhino have a good match with anybody, to be honest. Al Snow is like, he's an okay wrestler and everything. And
Brother Runt, who used to be Spike Dudley, he's seen better days.
Yeah, they just threw a bunch of people in there for no good reason.
But the match after that is a South Philadelphia street fight tag team match with Brother Devon, Brother Ray, along with Joel Gertner, the quintessential stud muffin himself, Team 3D, versus Axel, Rotten, and Cajones.
Yeah, it's a street fight match because none of them guys can do shit like that. I swear to God, like Balls Mahoney or Cajones, but he looks rough, like real bad. He's got one tooth in his head.
He's clinging that one tooth.
It's hanging on for dear life.
What's funny is he has one tooth and he was trying to chew and go.
He's like,
mom, mom. Yeah, mom. He's like, yes. He's like,
he looks like Flo Howard.
Some bitches ever extreme.
You know, he looks like Flo Howard.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, God.
Another shining example of the shitty days of ECW. When those guys were like tag team champions, those guys are both pieces of shit. Balls and especially Axel. That guy's never done shit. I think some of these guys didn't belong on this show, and those were two. You could have done with South Philadelphia street fight. I think it would have been more people would look forward to that since the gangsters did come out there. Have the gangsters versus the fucking Team 3D.
That's right. It was towards the end of the match, after the match over with the gangsters did come out, and then basically New Jack just hit everybody in the head with different shit that he had in the trash can, and that was the end of that.
Hit
and they all hugged.
Head with a dildo.
They hit Joe Goodman with a guitar that looks like it exploded.
Something else that they were doing though is stupid in this match was like when they were fighting in the crowd and stuff, they were taking the styrofoam Al Snow heads, and hitting them like it was fucking doing damage and shit. And they also had like a saber fight with Cajones and Brother whatever his name is. Yeah, Brother Shitting.
I'm guessing next would have been Raven and Tommy Dreamer, right?
Yeah. And this, of course, these guys have had a gazillion fucking matches. And this one was, as far as like, it was, I guess, billed as the final showdown with Mick Foley as the guest referee. And this had a lot of run-ins and chaos and all that.
See, that's the thing, though. I mean, I didn't really want to get into this match, but I kind of did just because they did so many different endings to the damn match. Like, there was at least 10 different things they did before the match was actually over with. And I enjoyed the fact that they put forward the effort, and at least the guy that has not done shit in forever got to win the match, which was good, unlike the last match.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the only occasions where the non-TNA talent actually won. I think that has to do with the fact that Tommy Dreamer had a lot to do with the booking of the match. Something else I want to get into, though, before we get to the main event would be the focus on all the people that weren't there on the show. Did you notice there were a lot of focus, like
Gary Wolf, but he ain't going to beat him.
Well, they were talking the Blue Meanie. They were talking about Joey Styles, who worked for WWE. They were putting Paul Heyman over, who wasn't there. They were talking about how Jerry Lynn was injured. He wishes he could have been there. Francine, of course, stuff like that. I'm like thinking, why don't you fucking focus on the motherfuckers that are there? Who gives a shit about the people? Like, if it was WWE doing it, I can guarantee you there would be no mention of people that weren't there, especially putting them over how great they were. Joey Styles, let me tell you something, Mike. Here's Taz. Let me tell you something, Mike, today. I can guarantee you, brother, Joey Styles will give his seal of approval for you announcing tonight. I guarantee you what, Mike Snake fucking sucks.
Mike Snake.
Mike Snake was
not
a choice.
Thanks a lot, Taz. I was busy with the luchadors for years.
I'd pick fucking Tony Schiavone over Mike Snake's ass any day. So anyway, one other thing we need to mention too is where they were paying tribute to all of the wrestlers that have died over the years.
Yeah, their tribute to all the wrestlers that died was like a little PowerPoint thing that came up for like 2 minutes.
We'd like to
Oh, I'm sorry.
send our well wishes for all you fucking drugged up wrestlers that died.
Wouldn't it be good if it just said, we're sorry?
That's basically what it said. You're dead. We're still here. I know, it's bad.
We're sorry about that.
But they put it just like, okay, you think like, you know, every year at the fucking Oscar Awards or something, or the Grammys or whatever, whoever dies, they have like a little montage with photos or something like that, paying tribute to them. They just had a damn graphic that was up. Oh, we saw your bed.
So, yeah, it was kind of shitty.
They had like a lot of just stupid shit on, like, you're like, what the fuck? Why? Anyway, main event, Sabu, Van Dam. Sabu was completely bald.
Yeah, that didn't look right at all.
No. And, of course, I don't know how active he is.
He looked like he didn't look that bad or anything. He looked like he's pretty good shape, and he was really good in the ring, too. But the problem with that match is that all those guys have done all that stuff like 1,000,000 times. They just, in matches with themselves, with each other, and like matches with other people, all those moves and stuff, like they've done them 1,000. They didn't really try anything different.
No.
Maybe like one move.
That's probably why I thought the match was kind of boring. It's not like I expect a whole lot, especially from Sabu, who I don't know. He did look pretty impressive. But these guys, like, again, these guys had a little semi-feud in ECW, but they were mainly, the history they had together was a tag team. And I know it was a replacement for, like, Jalen, who was injured and all that, but I don't know, the match was okay. I didn't think, like, everyone was putting it over and stuff. I didn't think it was, like, just insanely killer like everybody else did. There were a couple of really good spots. But, of course, RVD wins. And the weird thing about that is it was a non-title match. If it was a non-title match, why would you... that would sort of set up the fact you would think Sabu would win, I don't think.
No, he ain't going to win.
I ain't gonna let him win. No.
No. He's from Bombay. He can't win.
He's from Bombay, Michigan.
Overall, though, for the whole pay-per-view, I'd give it like a solid B. I really am being generous about it too.
Well,
but I thought it was kind of nostalgic.
The end of it too, like all the fuckers come back in there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dixie.
Karen Dixie comes up there. And she's like, they gave her a beer, and she's like,
oh,
what the hell's that?
Beer.
What do with this? What is it? I've never seen it.
yeah.
She poured on it. Ooh, I'm done.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I give the pay-per-view a D. Because...
Oh, fuck you.
Look, all I'm saying is it was done better 5 years ago with way more memorable matches. It made sense to do it 5 years ago. It makes no sense now other than the fact that TNA is just fucking scrambling for something that'll be successful. And these guys all look like shit now. I don't want to remember these guys like this. I'd like to remember them at least from the original One Night Stand. We're getting phone call.
That's new.
You telling people to shut up.
And call back later. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. There wasn't much I liked about it.
Well, fine.
I thought Too Cold Scorpio was the most impressive guy on there that...
Yeah.
So I was cut off there. Uncle Bill, how dare you, boy? You know what you're doing on camera. I just wanted to point out that this, I'm sure it's more successful than anything TNA would be doing right now. That's not really saying much. But I would rather remember the ECW guys for what they were 10 years ago, or even 15 years ago, because 10 years ago they were shitty. And to do it like this, to promote a company that Vince McMahon owns, and for most of these guys to come out there having to use another name, and I think the fact too that they didn't have it at the ECW arena or any of the arenas ECW, like they could have had it in Kissimmee. They did shows in Kissimmee and Fort Lauderdale and stuff like that down in Florida, but they chose to do it at the fucking Extreme Zone or whatever the hell it was called.
I don't know why, but the Extreme Zone just sounds like something being like for little kids and Mr. Gatti's or something.
It is.
It's the Extreme Zone. We
Yeah.
got pizza.
But
Lyrics.
anyway, that is ECW or TNA, whatever. Hardcore Justice. Uncle Bill seemed to like it a little bit more than me, but Uncle Bill's wrong.
I ain't wrong about nothing. That pay-per-view was awesome. And shit on you.
Oh, it's awesome now, is it?
It's awesome.
Well, I'm telling the truth. It was a piece of shit.
No, it was not.
Yeah. Why don't you go and fuck PJ Polacco and swallow his semen?
No.
So until next time, I'm the Creepy Kentuckian.
I'm getting the hell out of here.
What we going to review next time? Wrestling
I don't know. It's your decision next time. You better think about it.
I think it's going to be a classic WWF pay-per-view. Don't know what one yet, so I'll let you know. Until next time,
Bye.
I'll see you.